Hey friends, it is Melissa with Junk and Craft Treasures on this Sunday afternoon. Come on in and say hello. If you're watching this, you're most likely on the replay. So hashtag replay, let me know that you're here. We're gonna work on a very cool mold project, or at least I hope it's a cool mold project today. We're gonna be using some IOD molds and I'm gonna use them on a Christmas tree. And I've already done some of them just so you don't have to stay with me the whole live while I make them and all that good stuff. But I'm excited to do this project. If y'all have seen any of my projects in the past, I love to do like trim moldings on trees and all these fun things. Hey Brenda, and I saw something on Pinterest that I absolutely loved, so I'm gonna recreate it in my version. And I tried to go back to find the original owner for it and I couldn't, guys. So we are just gonna go with it and have fun today. Hey Liz, how are you? Thank you for sprinkling. Hey Liz, good to see you. I'm actually going to Jacksonville tomorrow to the driver's license office. So, okay guys, you can see I've got molds all over. I'm gonna get it where you can kind of see a little bit better, where I've got molds all over my table. Hey Joyce Ann, hey Deb and Gloria. And we're gonna do a couple on the live just in case someone is not familiar with resin, the casting molds that I use, which I'm sure you probably are, but we're still gonna do it. Hey Cheryl, hey Beverly. And then I've got this tree cutout that we are gonna put our molds on. We had a mystery box that we did some trimmings on, I think it was 3 years ago now, and some other things. So like I said, we are going to do some molds on this one. I've done an egg. I've done, I know it is Liz, I've done a butterfly with molds. I've done the American flag with molds. So we're gonna do a tree. I haven't done a tree yet. So, hey Mary, hey Lynn, hey Susie. Yeah, you know, Liz, talking about the driver's license there tomorrow. I'm gonna move this right here, guys. If I wanted to wait in Tyler to get my name changed, it was gonna be like 3.5 months. Jacksonville was only 3 weeks. So, gonna get there early and hope everything goes good. My appointment's at 8:15, so it shouldn't be too bad. Hey Judy. Oh yay. You know, I'm fixing to have to do that because I thought I had 2 boxes left and I only have 1 box left. Y'all, it's a hiccup thing. I swear I'll be off my antibiotics soon. But this is what we're using today. And like Joyce Ann said, it is on sale at Michael's right now, 40% off. Online only. Hey Marilyn. Hello Erin. All right guys, so we're doing a tree, we're doing molds. I'm gonna quit talking and I'm going to get started. I haven't ordered any yet. I thought I had, like I said, I thought I had some and I didn't, so I'm probably gonna order 3 boxes. But this particular set, Brenda didn't take, but maybe, I'm gonna say half, a little bit over a half of one. So I wanna do a cute stem. I'm gonna grab my paint to pour in there. That's not gonna work. Where's my resin? Here it is. You got 6. I'm probably, they're good for about a year, guys. So if you're not gonna do a whole lot of projects, don't grab too many of them. But if you're like me, especially at the holiday time, I use them constantly. And so I need them. All right, so we're gonna do, let's do, and y'all, I haven't even cleaned my mold, but it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. We're using several different molds today. I'm gonna do 60 ounces because I don't know how much I actually need. Y'all know me, I'm not a measurer. We're using trimmings 1. We're using the Cameo. We are gonna be using some of the, is it Acanthus? And I think some of the Dainty Floral, so, or Flores. So we're using a couple different ones today. So we just do half and half. They do have the 40% off sale at least twice a month, I think. You just got to catch it. Hey, Rosie. I know, and it's fast and you kind of get immediate results. Oh, I've been wondering where you were, Liz. I was going to text you and see if you were okay, but then I was like, well, why is my fan not on me? So I did things backwards today. Normally I come in, film, or do my live and then I film my reels and stuff. Well, today I did all of that beforehand because we have mystery boxes going out and we've got to get those done tonight. So I'm sweating because I've been working before I came on today. So, all right, let's pour. Did I do 30 seconds? I wasn't even counting. Let me do it again. Right, I know, y'all, and if you are not on my my personal text list, I will drop the number down so you can get on that, because sometimes Facebook alerts don't work. Sometimes they do, sometimes they work fantastically, but I try to send out a text or a schedule if I have one for the week. So let's put a little bit in here. I'm not going to use the whole thing. And I might use this one too, so let's just grab a little bit of that one. Notice I'm not going all the way down today because I know I'm not going to use all of it. And then I do want some more. Y'all, I'm not left-handed, so I don't know why I'm pouring this left-handed. I guess it's because I got my stir stick right here. Got way too much right there. Because I'm not left-handed, y'all. Let's do a couple of these. And you know what? I wanted to use Cameo, and I don't have the Cameo out, so I may have just wasted it if I don't speed my roll up here. Let's do Cameo, another one of these. I'm trying to do it before it dries, y'all. I think we're gonna make it. Woohoo! All right, let's grab this little one. All right, we were right there, close to the end. I'm normally not that sloppy, y'all, but I was sloppy today. I was sloppy today. And y'all, did I do A and B, or did I just do A? Did I do both and put the lid on one? It looks like it's turning. Okay. Huh, I was gonna say, oh my goodness, I did not, because I put the lid on it, I guess. I don't know what I'm doing here. Yeah, I did use both. Oh, I almost had a heart attack. I'm just over here, blah, 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 today. Okay, calm down. Like I said, I've been working all morning. I'm in high mode today. Hey, Luann. Hey, Cheryl. Okay, good. I was like, I know I have run stuff, but I can show you how to fix that too. So, yeah, that was funny. I was like, why is the lid on? Where is my other lid? Here it is. Yeah, I actually am in love with the Cameo mold right now. I've done a couple other projects with it because y'all don't see everything I do, but I know, Gloria, I'm telling you, it's gonna be one of those days. It may be very entertaining, especially when I get ready to lay all this down. Okay, this resin is very non-scary, Julie. It sets within 30 seconds. You can see I missed and dribbled and all those good things, but it sets in 30 seconds, and it's very low toxic. I mean, it still has some toxicity smell to it, but it's not as bad as the clear resin. And the clear resin, you have to follow identically to the instructions to make sure it works and you don't have any problems. But once you get the hang of the clear resin, it's not scary either. So I highly recommend anybody that's starting with molds that wants to use resin to start with this resin. That's just my suggestion, guys. Okay, I wish I had, these aren't very many, so I can move those. So say, I wish I had a way to move that. Move that over there. And let's do this. There we go. All right. I was like, I'm pouring everything and I don't have a place to set anything. So then we can move that right there. Okay, guys. Now I can start on my tree. I was trying to think in my head how I was going to do it. Y'all, sorry for that moment there. Okay, so like I said, I was inspired on Pinterest by seeing this. So we are going to take bits and pieces and put it on our tree and make a pretty antique, rustic, or not rustic, antique looking tree. I do, Erin, I do. Or I need to clean my space to the right of me and I could put it right there. Yeah, it sets in 10 minutes. Yep, stir A into B. Thank you, Nikki. Like I said, I was having a moment of I didn't know what I was doing, but I knew what I was doing, if that makes sense. So I kind of got the basics of how I want it, which obviously is, it really wasn't too bad. It really wasn't too bad because this sets up pretty quick and I didn't want to use clay. So I used my resin And that's not how I wanted that. I'm trying to think how I did it. Maybe, here we go. Because I had already cut it. And you can cut the resin. You can cut the resin. All right, so I'm gonna bring that kind of like this. So I am gonna go ahead and glue down, hey Deb, hey Jenny. I am going to go ahead and glue down my base of what I know I want. I'm not gonna paint any of it until the end, guys. And like I said, I did go ahead and do a big bulk ahead of time, just so you didn't see me doing resin, waiting on resin, all of that stuff. Kind of laid some of it out. So I may be a little quiet and miss some comments because I'm going to be in the concentration phase for just a little bit. But if anybody has any questions, I know there's some ladies on here that can answer them. I gotta figure out exactly how I wanted to do this. I don't remember. See, like I said, I had it planned, but I didn't. Terry cut the tree for me. He did. And we are going to have some in the shop that you don't have to do molds on. You can just paint them. But we are finishing up mystery boxes today. Then he's got some gingerbread orders and a couple ghost orders still coming in. And then we will get started on trees. Y'all, hang on. Right before I went live, I was like, I need to make sure I have my glue sticks. I normally do not use glue sticks for this type of project. I would use B7000 or Stick Fast, but since we're on a live and this is the first one that I've done like this, we're gonna use glue. Okay, we're gonna use our hot glue. It'll be fine. It'll be fine today. But normally for a project like this, I would use a better holding glue. And I'm almost out of my Stick Fast. So, and I know I'm gonna need those for mystery boxes this week. And sometimes it takes a while to get that in, so. Awesome, yeah, I think we're actually gonna do them in 2 packs, Jennifer, just because shipping right now is ridiculous. And it will be more beneficial for both if we do 2 packs. And of course, shipping is always included. But I think it'll just be a little bit better to do it that way. I am gonna paint my tree base after everything is laid down because I am not gonna do color. I'm gonna do white and kind of like my pieces back here, Jana. So that's gonna be you could do any color you wanted to. That didn't stick, guys. You can do any color you want to, but I think that's what I'm gonna go with today. Girl, I don't go to Walmart. I don't ever get out. Why is that not sticking? I guess I could do pickup. I don't ever go out. I just go to work and come home. I could send Terry to get some though. He went to Walmart yesterday for groceries. If I would have thought about it, we could have done it. Hey, Luann. All right, so let's get this one. Gotta kind of remember how I want to do it before I lay it down. I know this isn't fun watching somebody glue, and I could have glued beforehand, but then you just watch me paint. So we got to kind of see the creative process of it, right, guys? I do too for groceries, but I might need to do that for other stuff too. Yeah, I don't go into stores very much right now. My knee is so undependable and everything else that's been going on. I'll give a list to Terry and be like, can you please go get this? Or it's Amazon. How did I have that? I think I had it like this. Oh, thank you, Julie. Like I said, hopefully it works how I have it envisioned. We'll see. Because I'm gonna tell y'all, I don't know what to do at the top yet because I have the tapers, which I think is really, really pretty. But I'll show you what I'm talking about. Hang on one second, let me get this. So I cut it because I could kind of know what I was doing here. Oh, thank you, Shasta. My brain thinks in weird ways, I can tell you that. Okay, so we've got our base parts down, which I know looks a little bit weird. But here is my question to y'all. And like I said, we're gonna fill in some things and all that stuff. But I've got this really cute taper topper that I kind of cut off of the new, so y'all are gonna have to help me know. So we've got this really, really pretty piece right here. Or, because it's gonna be in those muted colors, we've got those really cool Totally Dazzled piece. So like I said, I don't know what I want to do at the top. Do we want to do the taper or Totally Dazzled? I kind of in love with the Totally Dazzled, but I think the taper would tie everything together. So I'm not 100% sure what I want to do with that just yet. I know, there's so many decisions, y'all. Okay, so I'm going to pop. I guess it's not ready yet. I would have thought it would have been ready. Taper. I was looking for, what was it? I've got the acanthus. I think that's how you say it. This, and then it is called, so we used a little bit from this one, Dainty Flourishes. So it looks like this. The mold piece, y'all are saying the mold too? Okay, because that's what I was thinking, but I was like, I really, really, really love that Totally Dazzled piece. But let's see, why is my stuff not setting? All of my other stuff set quick. Okay, that one's set. It's just not quite ready yet. I know, but I kind of need to lay it down so I can determine what I'm going to do at the top. So, yeah, I'm waiting impatiently. I'm going to pick off that. So all you have to do, guys, if you have run, like I do right here, is you can just go around, if it's still pliable, and tear it off, or when it's a little bit harder, you can, or soft, you can take your Totally Dazzled. You can take your box cutter and cut those edges off. So not a big deal. Keep it more cohesive. Okay. I know. I'll have to do, let's keep the knife away from the eye when we put the glasses on, right guys? Oh, could y'all see that one? So we were talking the other night, we were watching some America's Funniest Home Videos, and I was like, I probably should send in that blooper when I got the glue in my eye. Hey Lessa, how are you? Caught me on a live today. I'm glad to see ya. I know, right, Becca? I know. I just need that to hurry up so I can finish my game plan here. Oh yeah, I will. This is not going to be my only one. That's why I was asking if I put this in right, because it's not setting up how it normally does. Either that or I'm just being impatient because it's cold in here. Hang on, I've got this one coming out though. So normally they're a little bit harder, guys, but it'll get hard in a second. But isn't that pretty? You got all that detail on there. And I'm thinking, I was gonna use the other one, but I think I'm kind of liking this. I think that's what we're gonna use. I'm glad I went ahead and poured that one. Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, seriously, just did a set of them before I came on, Brendan. I didn't have an issue, so it might have something to do with the temperature because I had the doors open and it was a little bit warmer. And now I've got both fans on and the air conditioning turned down, even though I'm still sweating. But it will harden. I've had it happen before. Okay, so let's cut right here. It just makes it like moldable clay. Makes it like the clay. Hey, Janet. All right, I'm gonna do opposite on this one, just because I know exactly where that's going. And as you know, Gorilla Glue sticks pretty fast. Okay, you do not, okay. Probably you're supposed to, Gloria. I'm sure you're supposed to, but I don't. But when I use my clear resin, I absolutely 100% use my gloves. 100%. I can't believe, like, I was trying to pour left-handed, y'all. All right, let me get my circle. Yeah, exactly. I agree. But normally it hardens faster. That's why I was wondering if I mean, it wouldn't be turning white if I didn't do it right, but. So, note to self, don't pour your non-dominant hand when you're using resin, because it's not going to work very well for you. Right? Okay. Y'all, I don't know if y'all can see it, but we just got cloud coverage. So excited. I am ready for the cooler weather. All right, see, now we're getting harder. I just needed to wait. I didn't wait my 10 minutes. I was impatient. I was just impatient, guys. It's working fine now. Okay. Bring this back down. And what I did, I had the Dainty Flourish piece, and I kind of bent it because I wanted to kind of stick it right here in the middle to have a little more detail with the other things I was going to put on it. So while it was still wet, I did take it out, and then I'm just going to bend it just a little bit to have a little bit right here. A little bit of decorative piece. Glue. Where's my glue? Y'all, I am here today, I promise. I think I'm just scattered because we have so much going on. I think tomorrow after we get the mystery boxes out, I'll be good. But I'm not used to having them this late, which we did put them down to ship this late this month because we knew I had a lot to do and Terry had a lot to do with them. But I'm not used to having them out this late in the month, and I think it's stressing me out just a little bit. Because I wanted to be a little bit more ahead of the schedule. So that was kind of like the latest schedule. But we had some issues this month, obviously, so it didn't happen. But we're not doing one in December, so it's going to be okay if the other one's still a little bit later. Smells like rain, but not until Wednesday. I think we're supposed to get it Thursday. Put a little bit right here. I don't know why. I think it's a little deeper on some of them, so it's not sticking. But it's down now. Okay. Put a little bit right there. Like I said, hot glue is not my first choice, but it'll work for today. Okay, so I have to ask, even though this is not an essential stencil project today, did everybody get their transfers yet, or are y'all still waiting on your transfers? I'm gonna go ahead and glue that top one there too. I think, what did I want to have with that? I'm gonna put it, I have a method to my madness here. There. You got yours still waiting. I said, you got mine? I know they almost sold out of everything for the transfers. $64 today. Yeah, It says that it's supposed to rain on Halloween. And of course, you know, I've already bought all the Halloween candy and all that stuff. So we may be having some extra Halloween candy. Gloria. I can't believe you didn't get any. Okay, so there is our taper part. Can y'all kind of see what I'm doing here? So I'm using our tree on this. Like I said, it's an awesome tree. And what was I gonna say? It'd be great to paint and stencil on and everything too, y'all, but I'm using it as my template. They're good once they're on the surface, but if you don't use them in a timely manner, you are correct. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Laura. Or Lori, sorry. Okay, guys. So, now we're gonna put this one right here, which I should have brought that down just a little bit, but it's still smushy. So I think I'm gonna, because that's the one that wasn't hard all the way. So I think I'm gonna just smush it on there. Actually, I'm not gonna worry about that too much, so that it doesn't connect all the way. Yay, Cheryl! I'm excited because I know a lot of y'all want to use some of the new, especially the snowflake stencil. Let's see. Like I said, I kind of got a plan. I had to have a plan or I wouldn't have been able to already do all my stuff. So, kind of got a little plan going on here. I guess I can hold it like that. Yeah, they say about a year to a year and a half. Now, I've used some of mine after a year and they have been fine, but you really want to try to use them. Absolutely, you sure could, Julie. Absolutely could. Trying to decide. I think I'm going to go up to where it almost. Let me look at that real quick. Let me look at it. Head on here. Yeah. I want it to look like it's part of that taper. And y'all, like, look how pretty that is in the cameo one. I love this one. That's my favorite in the cameos. And of course, guys, these are all available at Decoupage Central. Just do an exclamation DEC to use my link and search molds. And they have all of the molds. Now my only hesitation on this is that it doesn't have a lot to stick on, so I am going to put a good amount underneath there. Just to make sure it stays. Like, what's that called? It's like caulking with your bathtubs and stuff. I want to make sure there's no way that that's going to come off. So I'm just kind of putting it down there in that blank space. I know that's a weird way of doing it, but I want to make sure that it is down. Okay. And then because I don't want all that hot glue showing. Y'all see me almost use my fingers there. I don't want to burn off our fingers today. I got wispies everywhere now too. Hang on. Just don't want to see that hot glue, but I wanted it to be down there. So if you do what I just did and you wait too long and it starts getting clumpy, all you gotta do is heat it back up and you can get it right off real easy. I know, right? We're not doing that today. I need it a little straighter anyway. The one that's gonna give me the most problems is up at the top. Okay. Now we're gonna fill in all of the other little areas. So I'm gonna use, I think this is what I had intended. I can get it down there. Tear off a little bit of this. So if it doesn't fit, all you can do is just cut it and snip that little part off. And now I can get it right up in there where I wanted it. Oh, thank you, Judy. I hope so. Like I said, I had to really think about this project. I haven't had to think about a project in a while, but I kind of laid it out. You can see why I didn't do the base now. Okay. Yep. And like I said, it's a beautiful tree just to paint and stencil and all those things, but we're doing something a little bit different on this one. Yeah, I think it's gonna have a lot of pretty detail. And it's not gonna be completely covered, guys. That's not what we're going for. But majority of it is gonna be. So now I just gotta decide where I want all my extra little pieces. So this is where the cameo came in. Exactly. That is kind of what I was doing when I started it, but then I was like, okay, we're just gonna do some pieces and figure out where we want to put them. So I think we're just gonna add, and we're gonna have some texture to it, obviously, but I just have to decide where I want to put all the little things. Now I'm gonna forget what I put down and didn't put down, what I glued and what I didn't glue. And so I even did like this little piece if we wanted to put it somewhere, but I don't know if I'm gonna use it anywhere. Let's see. I know I'm gonna use some of these. That's what I wanted right there. I knew there was something I wanted right there. It's like putting a puzzle together, guys. I'm sure some people are like, okay, yeah, I'll come back and catch the end of this. But it's like a puzzle. Like a puzzle. I just need to figure out what I want to put right in the middle. I may do that because that might work because it flows. Oh, actually, let's see here. We put that one right there. Sorry guys, I'm in that. I know it is. It's just like a puzzle. We're gonna do 3 right here. A little one right here. And I really wanted to use this one, but I don't. We'll put it right there. And, all right. Okay, let me get those glued down real quick. Oh, thank you, Joyce. And let's see. So I did glue that. I'm kind of wondering. I wish I had another little one like this, because I've got one right there. But I guess it doesn't matter because everything's a little bit different. Okay, I'm good with that. I think I'm gonna be good. I may switch. No, because I've got that right there. That's what's throwing me off. Okay, I knew something was throwing me off. Let's put the other heart right here. Put those right there, and then we'll have 2 different ones right there. Okay, now I'm happy. Had to think about it for a second. Okay. Sorry, guys. Oh, thank you for the stars, my friend. Had to seriously think about that. We're going to finish within the hour, guys, so it's going to be good. Although, I will tell y'all, I say that, I did consider going ahead and doing like the tree stand and stuff, but I am going to probably do that later. But I do have the presents and stuff, so I'll kind of show you what I'm thinking on that. All bored to tears. Like I said, I found this on Pinterest. It's not the same molds, obviously, but I was like, that is so pretty. I want to make some of these for the holidays. Thank you, Terry. Sorry, I just now saw you on there. Is anybody else having issues with allergies? I had I say it was a cold because I'm on antibiotics and I still got it this week, but it's almost gone. But I swear it was more allergies than anything. Weather changing and all that stuff. Oh, I love it, Luann. I know Terry's out there breathing sawdust, so. Oh, you know what, y'all? I know it. I wanted to put. I did make another one. Hang on. I wanted to put 2 right here so that wood didn't show. So, hold, I can't believe I'm 1 short. Let's do this. Oh, it's about to be 2 short. Caught it. There is a blessing sometimes being big busted. Okay, because I kind of want that uniform up there, but I really did want those down there. So hang on, I'm gonna mix up just a teeny tiny cup. Can't believe, yeah, that's not gonna work. What about, do I have another one of those? Oh, I do. Okay, y'all. We're gonna design change just a little bit. That might be too. I'm gonna mix one up real quick. Bear with me. It's gonna need like none to get this to work. Yeah. Sorry guys. Sorry. I thought I had just enough. But it's that last detail at the very top. So we are literally gonna put in hardly any. That's B. Let's do A first so I don't confuse myself. Barely cover that cup. I'll do a couple other ones just so I know I got the right amount. And this is where you get extra pieces from when you do things like this, because you might need just a little bit more. Hey Sharon, how are you? Might need just a little bit more. One little snafu. I know, right, Laura? I'm fired. Well, and I kind of wanted another one of those other things down there too, so I can do it now too. Oh, thank you, Mary Lynn. Pretty sure that was 30 seconds. Because like I said, it's not a lot. See, I have so much better control when I do it right-handed. We'll go ahead and do an extra one in case it's the other side, and then we'll do this little one right here. And let's just go ahead and do a big one since we're here. And go ahead and get one of these for next time. Like I said, I love. Y'all, I mixed up way more than I thought I had. Okay. Well, we used all of that, so that was very, very perfect. Okay, I'm gonna move this out of the way. It won't take it that long. Okay, let's start gluing down the rest of it. So how many of y'all remember the Easter egg that I did with just the trimmings molds? Or the, since I'm putting that there, I may do that. The flag that I did last year. Does anybody remember the flag? Maybe it wasn't last year, it may have been the year before. I'm gonna switch that out. No, I'll leave that like that. Yeah, I love stuff like this. And I was like, how have I not done a tree with the mold yet? And of course, these are not fast projects by any means, guys, but they are pretty. Oh, hey, Lucretia. Okay, so I'm going to decide on those two here in just a second. We may put, that might be too much up there. Let's leave that how I had it. We can always start on the bottom and move up to the top because that's where that's going to be. Hey Barb, how are you? That one I'm not liking sitting like that. Hang on. There we go. I used art resin. That's clear resin. I used Amazing Casting Resin. Now they're turning. Okay, good deal. So I just need to decide. I think we'll do it that way. Oh, it's a tree. It's a Christmas tree with IOD molds. And I lift it up and show you, but I'm not sure what all's glued down and what's not at the moment. So, see, that wasn't glued down. We're working on a tree, and then we'll do all the fun things with it. Let me get that out of my resin here, y'all. How many different ones did I use? I used the trimmings mold for the base, the Anthithis, or the Dainty Flourish for just that one piece, and then I used the Cameo for all of these little pieces, and the Acanthus, or I cannot say it, y'all. That one for, what you call it? The trees. I can't think of what it's called, y'all. And y'all, I think when that fell off, I think I actually had exactly what I needed, because I see two now. So I don't know where it was hiding. I don't know where I had it. Oh, on the edges. That's right. I wanted them on the edges. I was like, what in the world? Right, Brenda? Okay, let me get it. This one down right here. Because I just didn't want to see that wood completely. I'm not necessarily worried about it up at the top part, right up in here, but down on the bottom I wanted it to be full. And I may actually use one of those up there. So I'm gonna see what when that's done. But I think I'm done with the bottom, because I've got two little ones, and I think I may put those little ones up there, and then I can use those right there. Maybe, we'll see. All right, just a little minor delay, guys, but at least y'all didn't have to watch me do all of them, right? Hey Jennifer, how are you? Okay, so let's go ahead and put, you know what, that one might actually look pretty there. This is the heart. Decisions, I'm telling y'all. Creativity process in motion here. It's gonna give me, why are my hearts the one that's causing me issues here? I guess because I'm putting them at an angle. And then of course I'm not patient with my glue either. I want my glue to stick immediately, and I know hot glue doesn't work that way. See, now it's on there. Okay guys, so we'll just let that finish up. I'm gonna go ahead and start on the bottom, work my way up to the top. We'll glue that on there and drop the piece that I didn't use. Okay, I think we're good. What do y'all think? That's not glued on there. I think it's gonna be pretty. And then of course I'm gonna still add something up at the top. I think it's gonna be pretty. I think it's gonna be gorgeous. So let's get our paint out. Oh, thank you, Erin. You know we need to do a totally dazzled tree too. Like our heart that we did. I'm almost out of paint, y'all. But I do have more over here. I thought I was gonna run out Friday, but I didn't. So I am using a brush that does not have bristles on it because I cannot handle that after we do all of this and then have bristles come off on my stuff. I am painting over my resin in all the nooks and crannies. And the reason I am painting my resin white, even though it's already white, is because I am going to be using some wax. And I want the wax to stick, and it may not stick as well on just the resin. Got a wispy, but I'm getting off now. Hang on. There we go. We're going to get up in all of those areas. So this is why I didn't paint the tree first and then come back, because it is kind of easier to paint the molds when they're down. So and I know trees are normally green. We could have done a green with brown, but I wanted mine white. We can always do a green one next time, right? And I've said this a million times. If you ever have wispies, just run your heat over it and it'll go away. So we're gonna make some of those go away real quick. Because I don't want that right in the middle of my trees. Thank you, Colleen. Like I said, it's not my idea. I got it off of Pinterest. I am altering it, obviously, to my taste, but I thought it was gorgeous when I saw it, so I was like, I've got to do that. Gotta make it. I did. All of the mold pieces, I just pieced them together like a puzzle. I've done an egg, I've done an American flag before. I know I've done something else, a butterfly. I did a butterfly. So I just like taking the shapes and making them super pretty. So I'm gonna get underneath there, make sure we got white paint. And I know somebody's wondering, are you not going to do the sides? Yes, I'm going to do the sides. But I don't want to take up the whole day, because I thought I was doing good. I say that, and I'm going to go ahead and paint it. I didn't want to take up the 5 hours doing all of it. But honestly, from start to finish, guys, for pouring everything, it probably took me another 45 minutes to where we're at right now. So it's about a 2-hour project. Start to finish. Definitely by no means a fast project. Oh, thank you, Julie. By no means a fast one, but it's gonna be a pretty one. And a piece like this you can actually sell for more too, because you've obviously got a lot of quality in this piece going on. That makes sense. If you're gonna sell. Oh, thank you, Sharon. I love it. That's so sweet. Guys, I got a schedule posted this morning of my lives this week. The only one that I don't have on there is the mystery box group, which I am hoping we can do it on Saturday evening or Saturday day. So if you have a mystery box coming your direction, make sure to keep an eye out in the group for the live on that. may have to sit back with my back here in just a second. As I'm doing this, I'm gonna get my pillow on my back. I still haven't moved my new chair in here. I'm just slacking all the way around, y'all. We're gonna try to use all this white paint. I'm gonna try. Got quiet, y'all. Got quiet. Hang on, I'm gonna pop my back. I know that's weird when I do that, but I needed to pop it. Okay. Get on the struggle bus towards the end sometimes. Especially since I'm holding this up, because I'm trying not to get it all over my table. Trying, keyword. It's actually not that heavy. If you were using clay, it would be probably 5 times heavier. That's another reason I use the resin on projects like this, because it is a little bit lighter. My butterfly and flag were so heavy. But that's also why we have a really good piece of wood for the base too, so it can hold that weight. And now my pieces are ready, and we'll glue those on and we can paint up the top of it. And then we'll distress it or do our wax and we'll be good to go, guys. Yes. This is the resin in the white. It dries within 10 minutes. It sets in 10 minutes to cure, whereas the clear amazing casting resin is going to take about 24 hours. So just know that it is white. Let me move this because I don't need that. Got all my molds out, y'all. Hang on. Move those so I can actually have some room to work. Yes, we do. This one isn't listed just yet because we're finishing up some other things, but oh man, I was hoping that was ready. I just need one. Just need one. So it'll probably be listed, I'm gonna say, we'll just do it at the end, y'all. Probably Wednesday. We'll have them on our website. So we've got to get those mystery boxes out this week. Tomorrow. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and paint everything and then come back and just do that one part. Because it's not quite ready yet. I was hoping it was, but it wasn't. Y'all, I'm all up in my paint. I'm surprised I have not painted myself today on my clothes yet. Now I probably will, but so like I said, I am just painting over that white resin because it's going to give it a matte feel. Sorry I keep bumping my table and bumping the table or the camera too. I know that drives me crazy, so I'm sorry. When I'm watching somebody's live and the camera's bouncing up and down. It really has. He cuts wood. That's all of the wood sales go to him. So that is his paycheck. Is the wood that we sell, mystery box cutouts, all that stuff. And then I get the super fun part to do all the creating and stuff with it. So but he enjoys it. But like, I know the sawdust and stuff gets to him, and I do feel bad about that, but he does enjoy it. We were talking a couple months ago, you know, because he took wood shop in high school, and he was like, my wood shop teacher would be so impressed right now. My stuff is going all over the United States. Never would we have dreamed that that would be part of our stuff, y'all. I wanted it to be that way, and I still want it to expand. But right now we've kind of got it down. Kind of got it down. And of course we have slow months and stuff too, but oh, thank you, Anne. I know, like I said, he's got his little rhythm down. One day, we'll have enough to get him like a shop. He doesn't have to work on the back patio. But right now, he's got it all set up, and I always say I'm gonna take a picture of it when I get talking about it, but I always forget, so I do need to do that. Y'all don't let me forget. I want to put one right here when it's ready. I'll get done and be like, I'm done. One wispy. All right, so I'm just making sure I've got all my resin pieces, which I know I don't have that one. Go down there in the grooves, up in there, on the sides. I know we're distressing it or waxing it, but I still want to make sure all my wood's painted. Now, if you go to your waxing stuff and you're uncertain if your paint's dry, give it a day. Come back, guys. It's not gonna hurt anything. To make sure you've got it completely dry and right. And again, painting all of this gives it that chalky type finish to where our wax will adhere to it pretty well. So I'm just gonna turn it this direction and make sure I've got all my grooves. Thank you. Yeah, Marta, I think it's beautiful. Just white. I was trying to remember where I was going with my statement, y'all. But I think it's pretty with just the white. But like I said, we're gonna add just a little bit more right in there. Because I do have some raised pieces. So like I said, I'm trying to cover up all of the wood. But it is still much easier to paint it like this than... Isn't that pretty, guys? So we wanted to leave it completely white. This is how it would look with just the white, which I think is pretty. I think it's pretty. I'm gonna come up right up in here. Now, I've been thinking, like, you could, there's so many ways you could display this. You could just let it sit, prop it up against something. Got one right up in there. Or you could get another piece of wood and glue this onto it. Or, which we're not gonna do it today, but what I saw on Pinterest was, and I'd have to put some type of like brace on the back of it, but or, you know, to where there's a little hole cut, and they had it stand, and then they have little presents at the bottom of it, and of course the sleigh mold has presents, so that would be super, super cute. I know, Sharon, I've thought about the rub and buff too, so let's get this dry. Let's see if this is ready yet. It's just taking it a while, y'all. Just don't know. It's gotta be because it's cold. like I said, I knew this one was going to be a little bit longer live. I set it on top of another one and it pulled it out. That's funny. So I actually, and I may not do it when I get it on there, but I got out my Totally Dazzled to do a little bit of rhinestones on it, just in between some of that blank space that I think would be really pretty. Not like a whole bunch, but just a little bit. I've got some stickles coming, guys, so I am going to try out some of the stickles. Not on this piece, but... Now, I am just making sure 100% that all of my paint, oh, that would be really pretty, Kimberly. All of my paint is dry in those nooks and crannies, because y'all know me, I'm going to go crazy with my wax. Y'all know I love that wax look. So I know I brought it up on Friday, but Halloween is on Thursday. November is on Friday, guys. We are already almost in November. Thanksgiving will be coming up soon. After all that, I still missed 2 spots. But that's why we do double checks. I know, the white is very pretty. I am going to do the distress just because I like to give everybody options if they're going to do a project so they can see what it looks like, Janet. So, this is the first one that I've done, so it'll show both, you know, both options. Just because I don't want somebody else to try this project and then do the wax and not like it, if that makes sense. And be like, dang, I wish I wouldn't have done that and I would have left it that color. So I like to kind of give options on things when I do my lives. I know, I love Spanish copper. I was just introduced to that. I absolutely love the Spanish copper. But the gold leaf rub and buff is my other favorite. There's an antique gold and a gold leaf, and I've been using gold leaf in a lot of stuff that I've been doing. Okay, I think we're pretty dry. Check this one more time since I've been using some heat. Yeah, there we go. Come on, pop out of there for me. Pop out. Here it goes. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Yay. Finally. Finally, finally, finally. Is that the same size? Yeah. Alright, let's get that one glued down. Hey Denise, how are you, my friend? It's not completely dry, but it'll be enough to do what I want to get done. Gotta have that symmetrical at the top. Just be a little extra cautious with that. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you. Okay, guys, so here we are in all white, which is gorgeous. And like some people suggested doing the diamond dust on it, some glitter sprinkling. I mean, absolutely gorgeous. but I am gonna take it to the next step just to show y'all what it looks like with some wax and rub and buff on it, okay? So just so you can see more of the detail. And I'm telling you, I love the white. Don't get me wrong, I love the white. But I wanna go ahead and just show y'all. Got a little paint right there I didn't get. And so actually, y'all, don't laugh at me because I may do a reel of this, of what it looked like before to now. So I'm gonna smile at the camera for a second, so I can go back and screenshot that. Okay, I know that was cheesy. But I may turn this into a reel because it's really, really, really pretty. Okay, wax. And my favorite wax brush. Get some towels handy. And I'm gonna unplug my glue gun real quick. See what happens when I'm feeling better, guys? I go on long lives again. Longer than an hour. All right, here we go. If you are nervous about ever applying, thank you, Cassie. If you are, the trees are going to be just the one size, maybe. I'm going to talk with Terry and find out for sure. I'll let you know. That's another reason I don't have them listed, because I need to, because this is going to sound weird, but it depends how much of the wood we're using and all of that stuff. So, oh, thank you, Maggie. If you're used to, if you're scared to do the dark wax, do clear wax first, and it will help you have a little bit more control with your darker wax. Okay, thank you, Judy. So if you are nervous at all about using a dark wax, use your clear wax first, and it won't stick as much on that paint, if that makes sense. I'm sure Donna, if she's still on here, can explain that a little bit better than myself. But y'all, I'm almost to the point where I may need some more wax if I'm going to do a couple of these for Christmas, which I'm pretty sure I am. So I'm going to start at the bottom, do a test just to make sure it looks how I want it to look, because this is going to be a lot easier to fix than the whole piece. So I go pretty heavy. I'm not scared of my wax. I've been doing it for a long time, but like I said, if you are at any degree afraid to put on a black or dark wax, which this would look beautiful in a black wax too. I'm just getting in all of those nooks and crannies that we painted earlier, or that we had in the molds. And then if we wanted to, because this is the stem, we could leave the whole thing brown and we don't have to do. Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you. I wasn't sure if you were still on here. Molding clay, you can get in any craft store. IOD is the best. But again, Maggie, if you don't like cracks in your pieces, because clay will crack, it's just going to happen. It's never going to be perfect. Then you could absolutely switch to like the resin that I used. And they're honestly about the same price for what you get out of them, if that makes sense. Okay, so if we wanted, we could leave that dark brown just like that and not wipe anything back. But I am going to wipe it back. And so what's going to happen is it's taking off what's on the top. And yes, these are all IOD from different collections. And then we're left with that pretty right there where it's all in on our detail. So I'm just going to come around and just distress it a little bit down there. Kind of working as I go. All right. Y'all ready? We're taking the big plunge now. I'm gonna do all the other things. So like I said, if you are hesitant, you can always stop at any point. But this is like my favorite part, to watch the magic happen. And you just want to make sure that you got your paint dry, guys. I'm going to keep saying that because if you don't, it's going to run together and bleed it. And I started light, and now I'm going to go back heavier because I was kind of testing to make sure my paint was dry. Okay, so we've got, I'm not going to hold it up every time, guys, but I mean, it kind of looks like a mess like that until you wipe it back. And then once you wipe it back, you've got all that pretty white that shows right back through. And it's not bright white, but it is the white. So we are going to antique this up, y'all. Like I said, I'm not going to pick it up every time. I just wanted y'all to kind of see where we're at. And then I am not going to do all of my white. I'm going to have some of my white show through, okay? Because it's going to be really hard to get in all of the places that to wipe it back, and I want some of that white to really show. So this is going to take just a little bit, but you don't want to rush this step either. Kind of, sort of. You'll see here in just a second. I'm going to do one side just so you can see the difference. And then I'm just going to wipe that back just a little bit on that white right there. When you're doing a large piece like this, I recommend to do a section and then wipe it back, do a little more, but that's just me. Ooh, I have never seen a green wax, but you know, it would be really gorgeous to paint it green and then put a wax on top of it. Like a black wax or even a white wax. Okay, y'all, that might be my next project. I may do a green tree and do white wax. What is on my face? Wax? I'm sure somebody's been yelling at me, you got wax on your face. Yeah, there it is, I see it now. But that would be pretty to do it in green and then come back with a white, like the dusting, and then add some glitter. Y'all, that would be gorgeous. I see that coming. I see that project coming. I'll save you the grief and have it like all glued down and ready to go. Yeah, I got it, pretty much. Pretty much. I knew there was a reason I didn't take a shower before my live today. I told Terry I need to clean out my wound and stuff today, and I was like, I'm going to take a shower after my live and after I get some things filmed today. All right, go back in. Got a little bit of shop towel in there because that's got a lot of detail. Oh, awesome. I did not know that. I didn't know green wax was a thing. That would have been beautiful. I'm going to be really careful with this one because I know it's not completely dry. I'm going to skip over that one for now. makes me nervous. Not gonna mess up my piece because of that. Now, if you do this, remember the top is resin. So if you were to drop it and there's nothing behind this top piece, it will probably break. So just remember that. If it was clay, it'd be the same way, but resin still does break too. So if you hit it just right, it could possibly snap. Oh, y'all, that's so pretty on that. Y'all see that? And then I'll go back in and I'm going to fill in my white with my wax as soon as we get all of it waxed. Because like I said, I still want some of that white. I know, that's why I said I do it both ways, so you kind of know what would work for you, and then you don't have to do the experimenting on it. I've experimented for you. Because like I said, this piece does take a while. So you would hate to be like, oh, I want to use wax, and then start it and it not turn out how you want it to. Oh, I love that heart. I don't know if y'all can see how pretty that turned out. Can y'all see how pretty that turned out? Oh my goodness, that's so pretty. Okay. All the different pieces, y'all. They're all coming together. Absolutely. Absolutely. It could be a winter tree. Yeah, it'll probably go up now, Colleen, and it'll probably stay up till February. I can guarantee you that. That's probably what's going to happen. It's going to go on the fireplace mantle. And the reason I use a brush like this, guys, is because I just want to get in all of those nooks and crannies. So I've used this particular, brush for my wax now for probably 2 months. It fluffs out how I want it to. It gets down in the cracks, so of course we can't use it for anything else, but it is the Cameo. Hey, Kathy. It is the Cameo. We did some of, y'all, that's pretty too. We did some with Cameo, Acanthus, I can't say it, and Daisy Flores. Why do I keep saying Daisy Flores? Is that like an actress or something, and that's why that's in my head? And the tapers. We just cut that taper part off. I'm gonna leave that one light. I will go back and make that one darker later. I don't really want to rub on that one right now. Too hard. Notice that I'm flipping it both directions so I can see if I got some on some of it and some of it on the other. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Kimberly. All right. Get it all in those. Like I said, I'm focusing on the molds right now more than anything else. We'll go back and focus on the white part here in a second. And guys, remember, you can go as heavy or as light as you want with your wax. And I have not ever showed that, so I could probably show you all that. Hang on one second. Okay, so like I said, I just kind of did that one kind of dark and heavy, but Let's say you're a little nervous about using your wax. Of course, shop towel's coming apart. So just do it light. Just do a little bit of the light. And just kind of pick up on it on your own, okay? So you can do totally light like this, or you can go heavy like this, whichever. And then you can always go darker when you do the light. We're almost there, guys, I promise. Thanks for hanging out with me for this. Hanged out longer. Just trying to read that comment in my scroll by me. I'm really glad we didn't have any problems today. I was kind of still traumatized from the other day, but I kind of was thinking there might be some issues today, but we were good, so hadn't seen anything too alarming today. Oh, those roses are pretty. I know I tore off another piece. I need to go for my next shop towel because that one's kind of had it. Y'all, I want a popsicle. As soon as I get off the live, Terry found, y'all know I love popsicles, but he found, it's a lemon lime popsicle. They're at Walmart. They're like $3 for 20 of them. Oh my gosh, they're so good. So I'm gonna kick my feet up for just a little bit. And then we'll get to boxing mystery boxes. Those ready for the lady in the morning to come get them. And I'm hoping that she comes first thing in the morning. Normally when we have a big batch, she'll come like 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. So I'm hoping on a Monday she'll still do that. But we took a tree, used it as our base, and then I added some IOD molds with different resin, or with resin, different molds. And then now we are just waxing over those molds to bring out some of that detail. And guys, you know paint doesn't stick to wax very well, but if you get too much on there and it's a project for you, just do a light brushing of white. And if it's not going to be handled or, you know, by somebody else, you just know that it's not going to stick on there. We're going to work on that, but I think we should have one. I totally think we should have one that has it cut out to where it'll sit. Like I said, we've got a couple. I kind of jumped the gun with this one just a little bit because we were going to do a turkey, and it's almost Thanksgiving, shipping, all that fun stuff. So we kind of bypassed the turkey this year. So we'll definitely do the turkey next year, but went to Christmas and I wanted to really do this. So it's a little bit premature. Yes, he did, Janet. Oh, it would. Oh, you know what? That would be pretty. That would be beautiful, Becca. Now you got me thinking of something else. I looked over there because I got one over there. So we are almost done, guys. I'm just going to go back and distress some of that white here in a minute. And I'm really glad I used this Cameo collection for this. turned out really pretty. It's got a lot of detail in it. I think it would be cute with presents on there too. The IOD sleigh mold with the presents would be super cute. The roses would be beautiful. They would be heavier, but I think the roses would be a pretty mold to use too. Like I said, they would just be a little bit heavier because those are deeper. But you could even use the trimmings, guys, like how we used it for the eggs and all of that. You can totally piece together any mold set because you can cut them, you can shape them how you want them. And guys, I want to say it again because I know I said it last week and I know some of y'all weren't on here, but if you use my code on Essential Stencil for the new stencil release or for the transfers, I really, really appreciate it. Like I said, I don't know if you did because it doesn't tell me unless you tell me, but I appreciate it. That's perfect right there. Okay. Okay, dokie, y'all. So funny. I have not said okie dokie in like forever. And I said okie dokie the other day, and now I'm catching myself saying it because my coworker made fun of me when I said it. But there, that's almost dry. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this one. There we go. Okay. Y'all, I haven't seen it on camera. Oh my goodness. And so let's just distress some of that white. So that's if you leave the white. How pretty. Oh my gosh, y'all, I love it. That is so pretty. Okay, let me just distress some of the whites. Y'all, how pretty is that? So this is where I'm gonna use the light touch like I was talking about. And just kind of bring out where I may have not got everything completely right. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. So I know we throw lots of projects at y'all and lots of ideas, but like I said, you can do this with any mold set, any combination. You can make whatever work. I think y'all need to do this project. I love everything I do. Don't get me wrong, I do. But I seriously am obsessed with this. Oh my goodness. Y'all, this is so pretty. I kind of want to cry. I love it. I'm like so excited. I love the white. I did, but y'all, I'm just going around those edges with a little bit darker, just so it all blends. I know, right, Becca? And even like the shape of the tree that Terry cut is like just, it all worked. Just kind of get up there on the white just a little bit. I used molding from Home Depot for that one, Maggie. And the trimmings were a butterfly, a flag, and an egg that I used the trimming molds on. This one's different because I used all kinds of different elements. You know, I used some circles, some hearts, some roses, some, I'm not gonna say wings, but they're like the flowery type. or not flowery, flowing. So I didn't just use one thing, if that makes sense. So it's different than the other ones that I've done. But I can guarantee you now, come come Valentine's, I see one of these come in for that too. Totally, with a heart, and just do it a little bit different. Okay guys, I'm good. Just like I said, I just had a couple little things I wanted to touch up there. Y'all, oh, let me do my sides real quick. Just so it all goes together. Now, if you wanted to use some rub and buff on here, you could, but I'm gonna leave it like this, guys. I like how it looks. And I'm actually, like I said, kind of obsessed with how it looks, so I'm not gonna add or do any more to it. I hope y'all enjoyed this project. I know y'all had to hang out with me longer. And like I said, we could put a base on it and put it in there if we wanted to. Yeah, I saw something like it on Pinterest, and I could not trace back the original owner that did it, or the creator, but I absolutely loved it. So I did something similar with my own little creative spin on it. So thank you, Brenda. Thank you, Marta. I bring y'all up. I can see a little bit better. All that detail. I think this right here is like my favorite piece on here. Like, I love that heart. And of course the roses right in the middle. And like I said, guys, if you wanted to have a little more detail there, just do like a white brush, a light white brushing. Like I said, it's not going to stay. My brush is too hard, so I'm not going to do it. But it won't adhere perfectly just because we've got that wax on there. But if you wanted it a little bit whiter, you could do that. And then we've got the cameo right down here. Yes, guys, I thank you so much for hanging out today. But y'all know what today is. It's the end of the month. And I don't have my bucket, so we're going to do two things. I'm going to draw somebody today for some happy mail, and then I'm going to go back and pick some names, and then we'll draw some names next week for some happy mail too. The wax just brought out that detail, y'all. It just brought out that detail so much. And like I said, if you do the clear wax and you've got some areas that are darker, it gives you a little more control. But I like the both look on it with the dark and the light, so I know, they're so pretty. All right, guys, I'm going to scroll up and I'm going to find somebody. If I don't have your address, if I've never mailed anything to you before, if you'll send me a PM after the live, if I pick your name, and I will get happy mail out to you probably towards the end of the week because we have to do all the other stuff. Oh, thank you, Terry. I really do. I'm not going to use Rub and Buff, Maggie. I'm just going to leave it how it is today because I like it exactly how it is. So I used 4 different ones. We used the Cameo, Acanthus, I cannot say that word, Daisy Florets, and the IOD trimmings 1 or 2 for this part. But like I said, if you have one mold, you can definitely make it work for all of the components. You just gotta think about it before you lay it down. All right, guys, let's do some scrolling. I've been on for a while, so I'm sure there's plenty of comments. And drum roll, Jana Lowe. So it is you, my friend. So you will be getting some happy mail from me later this week. We'll mail it out later this week, and it'll go out probably Friday, maybe. So, hey, Lori, I'm sorry I didn't see you on here. All right, guys, y'all have a blessed rest of the day. I will be back on this page next Sunday. Yes, because I get private group, and I'll probably have mystery group this week, too. So, I will see y'all. No, I'll be on Tuesday. I will be on Tuesday for Decoupage Central. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Nikki, for putting that down. Yeah, I absolutely can. So, I've still got some molds in them. So, we use this mold right here, which is the right there, Acanthus. So you can go back and take a screenshot of that. We'll use the Cameo molds right here, which you can tell are well loved. And we got the name right here. for the Cameo. And which IOD one did we use? Or so I got a cup that's gonna fall and my box is gonna fall. Hold up. This is the resin that we used. And then we used Trimmings 1 for our stem. I still got my molds up there at the top. Trimmings 1. And where's my other one? Oh, here it is. I was like, I know it's here. I just used it for the little spiral detail, which was this one right here. No, Janet, email me. And was it on mine or was it Essential Stencil? But if it was mine, email me again and I'll get you something out, I promise. All right, guys, we are good. This was fun. And like I said, we could prop this up against something and just stand it there, or we could put it on a base and all of that good stuff. So thanks for hanging out with me today, and I will see you. Okay, email me, Janet, because I swore I did, but I can't remember, so I'll look back. All right, guys, I will see y'all on Tuesday for our Decoupage Central. If you're interested in any of these molds, do an exclamation DEC, and it will take you to the Decoupage Central page, and just type in IOD molds, and they will all come up, and she has them all in stock. So everybody have a great day, and I'll see y'all on Tuesday. Bye, guys.